because I need to get the stream up for.
Alright, my audio is
my
included.
phone.
Yeah. Do you want to have chat?
Oh, I've got this.
Because
yeah, I'll have the chat up on my phone.
Okay, good.
Going back to it always does this. So if I go onto the actual profile.
I'm gonna restart my game just to see if it fixes the connection issue.
Alright, your audio's included. That's all that matters.
Lovely.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is turn my audio on my phone down to minimum. It should start to flood in.
I've got to double check what the league is called. It's FSA, isn't it? LSA.
F1 League of South Africa.
F1 League of South Africa, okay. Do you wanna commentate the starts?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Wally will be interesting. Alright. So if I get my laptop and I'll get all the information that I need.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, do you want to start the race and me start the sprint?
Yeah, you can do that.
Because I'm rusty as hell. I got to get back into the swing of things. It's been literally a year since I last commentated, but that was a realistic league, and my drivers in Renault won the constructors and drivers. So I was a bit of a biased commentator, let's say, and I was not very happy when they crashed in Singapore.
That's always great.
Yeah. Can I have another invite, please? Because I've just reset to fix my connection issues.
It always happens like this every single time.
Yeah.
Into it broken. So there you go. Right. Wait for my Discord to load.
Oh, I won another race earlier in my Williams career mode.
That's always good.
It was the same as Monaco. Early race safety car got the dub. As I pitted.
Nice.
Another 2 laps, Max would have got me. But he got stuck behind Vettel.
Make sure you click spectator, by the way.
Oh yeah. So my connection's still a bit shoddy. If in doubt, I'll go and reset it.
All of it, literally everyone's is shoddy. So.
Yeah. But for me, it's saying you're red as well.
Yeah, everyone's red for me. So.
Oh, alright. Glad it's not just me.
What I'm gonna do is. Alright, we've got 7 watching. That's always good.
Hello.
No Franz, because he has. He hasn't, but his wife is giving birth to a child.
Yes, Franz is giving birth.
No. So wish Franz and his wife all the best.
Yeah. At least he's got his priorities straight.
Exactly.
I know if that was me, I'd be playing F1. Yeah, wish him all the best.
Okay, I've got to track that up so I know all the corners. Right. Okay, that's cool. Right, so we're expecting 16 to race, and I think there's a couple of people who are struggling to get into the lobby. So
yeah.
So obviously last week I missed, so I'll take you through the race result of last week's race. Franz took the victory from second on the grid. Fori was second, Swister was third, ahead of Taco Cat and Night Scout. Then LSA Potty, and I'm Ironland, Stoff, Ulrich, James, Sticks is Bad, White Walker, and El Zulu. Obviously, because points go down to 15th, every one of them got points. And the 4 retirements were Amuse Drifter, Trey, Fearless Angel, and Elo Wired. Elo's not racing today, and he is one of the championship favourites. So could be able
We've
to
got
P2
in the championship, yeah. Is he P2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Franz is P2. Elo Wide is P6.
So Fori's the current
Rory's
leader.
leading by 2 points, yeah.
Yeah. If I pronounce some of the usernames wrong, let me know, because knowing me, I'm going to butcher half of them.
I sometimes just give people nicknames. Obviously, because cross-platform is now a thing, we are getting drivers from other platforms to
Such
race
as
with us.
Dark Fox, who's a PC player. Wow. I'm liking the new F1, honestly. It's been a long time coming. Now there's no debate about platforms, one being quicker. Well, PC are going to be naturally quicker because of their frame rate and their ability to adjust graphics, but as FRA Elite's proven, you don't have to be on a PC to be quick. You just have to be quick.
It's great for league racing as well.
It's
I've
brilliant.
This game.
It's opened up the whole scene of league racing, and it's brilliant to see.
Yeah.
League racing's boomed since lockdown.
Underway any minute now for qualifying.
Lovely.
And with the percentage of rain happening in Imola races being the highest out of every track on the calendar in this game, I will expect some rain, at least in qualifying or at one of the sessions we're going to have. Obviously a sprint because it's Imola, 11 laps followed by a 32-lap race. So if you crash in the sprint, it might not matter too much because you can always make it back in the 32 laps of the race. Yeah. Same with qualifying, you can always make it back up.
So what's the sprint scoring system? Is it going to be the same as normal? Because I know we run a slightly different point scoring in this league. And
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm also going to take through the penalty points after Australia. So as it stands, for Imola, we have outstanding quali band for Meltz, Skurlock and Stoff. Stoff and Meltz are in as a that I can see. I don't know about Skurlock, so his will be carried over. Meltz also having I think he had a race ban from around 1 in Bahrain. So he'll be looking to make amends in his championship hopes. He's currently down in... Where is he? I can't find him.
That far down, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's down in 25th with 0 points to his name in the standings. He's there with Zamboni, Trey and Amuse Drifter, who still don't have points. And we are past 7 o'clock UK time, which means we should have gone 2 minutes ago, but we haven't because of whatever reason.
Alright, I just made sure that I'm on my right account.
Alright. I usually ask the BQ, who usually commentates with me for a prediction for this race. Obviously, you don't know the pace of everyone, but give a top.
Blind prediction, I'd say. I think we're gonna get one of the slower runners here up at the top. I'm gonna say Swister's probably gonna get this one. Fori's probably gonna be close behind, and I like Taco Cat's name, so he can be third.
Yeah.
Very intellectual.
So you said Swister, who's 7th in the standings.
So yeah. There's
a chance, and he did have pace at Jeddah. He was leading the race, but I think he had a crash.
I know this is an equal league as well, but being in a Red Bull, a Ferrari, or a Mercedes is a confidence booster.
Yeah.
The fact is, being in a car that you know is quick in real life, something up in the noggin clicks, and you find a bit more pace. So I think with how Red Bull's going, that's gonna give even more confidence. And there's a chance.
Alright, we're going to talk about the track now. Obviously, Imola, there's not many overtaking spots, but I'd guess into the Tamburello chicane is probably one of the best places to make a move.
Oh, watch out for the switchback through there as well, it's quite powerful.
Yeah. And I guess on the run down to Ravazza as well. So,
a very historical track as well. Quite tough to overtake at in real life. Of course, with dirty air on this game being far more powerful than it barely existed last year. This year, you can really feel it. The amount of understeer it gives you. So, unless you've got a lot more pace and a lot more ERS, it's going to be quite hard to pass around here.
I love Imola as a track because there's one place I'd love to live, and that's at the house inside a toaster.
Oh, so. Wow. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want to live there? I'd like to live by the test track. I think it's Faenza test track in Maranello.
Faenza.
Yeah. There's some really good houses along there with a view into it. You get to see all the road cars tested, all the F1 cars tested. Now there's no racing. Also, apologies throughout the race for my mic being a bit buzzy. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just old headsets.
So, obviously, Imola being difficult for overtaking at some parts of the racetrack, where could there be some action zones? Like, for me, it's Aqua Minerale. 9 and 10.
Yeah, it's quite easy to run wide through 11, 12, and 13. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be not just a race of pace, but a big race of consistency. Because if you're making mistakes through the Variante Alta chicane, for example, 14 and 15 near the end of the lap, that is, if you get that right, you can gain a good 8 tenths to someone who doesn't really know how to hit the apexes. So it's going to be about, if you know it, consistently getting it every lap, which is, for me, the biggest challenge of this track. Because like all tracks, you can spit out a world record lap or a lightning lap, but if your pace and consistency don't equal out, then you're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, as we're about to get underway for qualifying, short qualifying session of 18 minutes. Before the sprint, which is 11 laps, and then the feature, which is the 32-lap race, and where most of the points are given out. So, we're interested to see what the strategy is, and hopefully the weather will have something to impact this race, because we haven't had any wet running in this league yet, and there is rain, as I've just spoke about that.
There is rain. If someone can let us know if there's rain in the race as well, sprint and race. As of course we've got a sprint weekend here, 11-lap sprint. It's going to be interesting to see tyre choice, because softs will be quite heavily worn by the end.
This would probably be a poor one to get a quali ban at, like for Stoff and Melt, because anything can happen in a wet session. And it's a big equaliser.
It is. As much as these days it's less as it was, it is, as we saw in Belgium last year, it very much is. As Stoff, I'm guessing, serves its penalty.
First car out will be an Aston Martin. It's either Night Scout or Fouring. It is going to be LSA Fouring on the intermediate, so it's not quite full wet, but it's certainly heavy. And probably the favourite for today's race, LSA Fouring, is going to be the first out on track, getting a.
Of course, Aston Martin leading the drivers and constructors. Good season for them.
Yep. I think
that on board is beautiful. Yes.
It is. No AlphaTauri drivers today, so Aston Martin going to try and increase their...
We've got the other Aston Martin second car out on track as well.
And then we get the mini-map up.
So it looks like most people are coming out the pits now.
Yep. Where's in the wet? Where are the big traction zones for the time gained, especially in the wet?
Tozer, if you can get the car rotated nicely in the middle, you can gain a lot of time. So playing about with the differential really helps in the wet in this game. So if you've got knowledge of that, you're going to get a lot more mid-corner rotation and be able to get that power down so much sooner.
Which is the exit of the first part of Ravatza as well.
Yeah. By the speed trap and detection zone.
Yeah.
That's big. Just any low speed corner.
And he'll be the first one to start a flyer.
Right, I'll let you talk through this one.
And on into the Tamburello chicane. This is taking it a bit easy as yellow second 3.
That's nothing major.
On the entrance to the Villeneuve chicane. Taking it a little bit easy. I think that you can take a little bit more pace through there. And then toast to one of the big traction zones like Dan said. Taking it nice and easy. I think he's just trying to get a lap on the board so he doesn't start at the back of the
Very sensible. Yeah, looks like his teammate's carrying a little bit more speed through some of the corners.
Then back for Minerali. Easy to invalidate through there, which he does. And probably a safe lap that has to be aborted now for Corey.
Fearless Angel looks like he's struggling quite a bit. Because of course people, if it's not raining for the race, opt in for dry setups. Even if it's raining in the spring. It does.
No one has set a lap. I think looking at Minerali is going to be the big place where people will invalidate their lap. And that'll catch a lot of people out in the races, I think.
Yeah, it's very tricky.
Yeah, they're not invalidating through there. They get a run up into Variante Alta. 11 and 12, and then Ravazza. Purple sector 2.
It's Night Scout coming around the last 2 corners here. Very nice. Trying to keep it clean. Not the quickest, but safe. As he comes to the line, what's it going to be? Ooh, strong lap.
27.6 goes top of the time sheet, which is immediately beaten by Taco Cat.
Taco Cat goes 1.2 quicker. Wow. That is quick.
Tossing in Fearless Angel goes top of the time sheet to 1.64.
Despite all the understeer.
James across the line goes 3rd. And it'll be the Red Bull of 6 is bad. 6 hasn't been bad this season from what he's shown us. His lap won't count, but he hit the wall.
Oh, big hit. That might be damage as well.
White Walker goes up to 6th.
So here comes Boneless.
Dark Fox, the PC player, goes top of the team by an absolute landslide, 1.5 seconds clear.
Wow. Here comes Fori, our championship leader into last 2 corners. What's he going to be able to do? Very clean.
Kept it valid for LSA Fori.
Still valid.
Across the line. He's the closest challenger to Dark Fox, but still 9/10 to drift.
Yellow's out. It's nothing major, just traffic.
So, first hand on pole position goes to Dark Fox, the only PC player in this lobby, and absolutely destroying the field as it stands, 9/10.
J Potty coming to the line as well. What does Potty do? P3. Strong up.
LSR guys always showing that they have pace in this league. Now you've got to show a little bit of consistency to try and stay in the top places. Sticks is going to come across the line for his lap. No, he's not. He's invalidated again. 27.7 that would have been. He would have gone P10.
That P1 is ominous. It looks so competitive for the rest of the grid. We've got 2nd all the way to 8th, separated by just over a second, which is very good for the wet, very competitive. And then there's Dark Fox, 9/10 clear at the top.
Ooh, almost having a snap there, Dark Fox.
Yeah, I saw that. It just caught the curb and it just pushed him on.
At Variante, Minerali. Slowing down, touch. Angel was up on his lap time, but he's invalidated it. And James into Variante Alta. He's going to be the next one to set a flying lap time.
Sticks. Dark Fox is 2 temps up despite the start of his lap. Looking like he might have a wet setup on here.
His lap time, yes he will, up to 5th ahead of Paco Cat in the Alfa Romeo.
Sylvester, Peter.
Sylvester? Vista, right?
Vista? I don't know. Okay. that's how I read it.
You said about Swister being a dark horse in this race. I don't think...
Oh yeah, Dark Fox is just clear. 1 second ahead of everyone else. That's something else. Fori though on the lap. No, he's not on the lap.
I think next will be White Walker. No, he's down. He's like he's setting up a lap. And
here comes Fori starting a lap.
LSA J Potty up by 1.5 tenths through Variante Alta. He's got a lot of traction on the exit. On the run down to Ravazza. Can he improve his position on the leaderboard? Through the final corner. Can LSA Potty challenge towards the front row? LSA Potty to improvement to 2nd, and there's a big fight for 2nd place it seems. 2 tenths covering 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th.
That time by Dark Fox motivating everyone else on here. Dark Fox just that bit more confident in the power seems. Fori's had quite a clean lap so far. We wait to see what the Sector 2 split is. Here we come. 6 tenths up for Fori.
6 tenths up for Fori. Wow.
This is a lap that could put Fori into P2.
Or depending on how bad his first lap in the final sector was, could challenge towards the top. Through Ravazza. Got it hooked up it seems.
Ravazza
through the final corner.
How is it?
On track, a little bit of a correction.
Yeah, a little bit cautious there. Didn't want to touch the outside curve.
Fori goes P2, but he's less than 300 back from Dark Fox, and that's the biggest challenger we've seen to pole position yet.
After thinking Dark Fox is so dominant, seeing that Fori can put that in is going to put the pressure on.
Or it could be the fact that the track is drying out.
True.
I think the rain intensity has decreased since the start of the session. Next will be Phyllis Angel, from what I'm seeing on the minimap, who has invalidated his lap. Which means it will be the Dark Fox. That is next. Who's got some incredible pace in that half car.
So we've got most drivers in the pits at the moment.
Dark Fox being one on a flyer. Dark Fox, can he improve his lap time? He can.
Wow.
By about 6 tenths of a second.
You were right, the track is drying.
And more confidence as well.
Yeah, especially on 5 lap old inters. Dark Fox just getting quicker and quicker and quicker here.
Quicker, 60 band has gone off onto the grass. But he's kept his lap valid.
Oh, big understeer.
Yeah. And into Tosa. He just doesn't have as much confidence as the top guys have right now. And
he's off!
Track there.
He stayed valid. Sticks just doesn't seem confident in the front end here.
He's backed off completely now.
But it's a hard thing to get on controller. It's something, as a wheel user, I cannot grasp how you do it. You're just learning how much the front can push on. Not braking, because if you slow the car down too much, you're going to really struggle through the corner.
The problem with this game is people with the best equipment will be the fastest drivers.
Yeah.
And it means that a lot of people who play the game for fun can't compete with a lot of the good guys.
Yeah. As a wheel player, there is a definite bigger advantage than there was last game because of how the traction model is, and especially through the mid corner. If you get understeer on the controller, there's nothing you can do. Whereas I can put a bit more lock in, maybe tap the brake a bit, use the throttle. The Sticks does get a time on the board.
I'm Iron Land anyway. It's finally come out in this session. Where is he going to put his Ferrari car? I think he was just waiting for the perfect time to come out where there's going to be less traffic. And through the final corner. He's been a decent little run. At the end of the day, it's a lap on the board for Imola. He goes 11th ahead of Sticks, who's now got a lap. Bottom 2 of Stop and Melt will not put a lap in this session.
It's Taco Cat going through Ransom.
Well, with Taco Cat on the run up to the line, looks like it's going to be improvement on his lap time. It's a significant improvement up to 7th. For the Alfa Romeo driver.
Fori is now out the pits.
White Walker through Ravazza up by 6/10 on his lap time. Kilo Wide finally gets into a session with doubts whether he could actually make it. White Walker on the run up to the line. This could be a significantly better lap time and put him up 2 positions. He stayed 10th. Then you got the 2 Red Bulls of Sticks, who's up by about 9 seconds behind his teammate Swift on an outlap. Sticks across the line. This could put him maybe ahead of Iron Man. He goes 8th. That's a much better lap time from Sticks. He's found a little bit of pace.
We're going to see Ironland here go up because he was 1.6 seconds up on his current time. So we may see him burst into the top 10.
So on the exit of Ravazza, where can Ironland put his Ferrari car? Home for Ferrari this being the 9th.
E9.
There's a big midfield battle going on for the rest of this session. And it's getting a bit intriguing.
Sticks has managed to put it 8th. But this field spread is very, very good in this league. It's quite impressive as well.
Yeah. So James is on an outlap with Fierce Angel.
Dark Fox is now out the pits as well. I'll be back in just a second.
The Fierce Angel across the line, is it going to be an improvement? Yes, it is, up to 3rd for the McLaren driver. And then we're going to have White Walker, who will be next, who's going to come into the pit. And that'll wait for Bonus, who's on an outlap, followed by Sister, who's on a flyer. Through the final corner, where can Sister put his Red Bull car? It could be an improvement. It is an improvement up to 3rd. This is changing so quickly, the order, because the track is improving. James on a lap time, Dark Fox is out, and he's going to try and defend his pole position. It could all change yet as the yellow flag in the middle sector after Minerali. Wide. There's doubts of him getting into the session. He got into the session, and he's now about to start his flying lap, and that will give him a lot more confidence than the doubts of him being able to even challenge towards the top today. I expect him to be in the podium fight minimum. Obviously having a bad day, and he's just had a mistake into the first 2 corners of Tamburello chicane, and he's just going to let his compatriots through.
I'm back.
James on the right line, he's invalid. Fierce Angel, who recently put his time up to 4th, is going to back up and prepare for another lap. And then we've got Boneless, who is on a decent lap, it seems. But he improved to 3rd. Williams getting a car into the top 3. And Twister is down through Ravazza.
Strong from Boneless. Another driver into the 24s.
By 1.2 seconds. Ori also down. Night Scout down by a little bit. But we've got Elo Wide in the session now, who almost didn't make it. But he might even get a lap in quali. And he'll be the next one to set a relative lap time after having a moment at the Tamburello chicane while you were away, Dan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Catch it.
Dark Fox is on a flyer here. This is the bit we've all been waiting for. Oh, having to avoid a Ferrari parked on the apex there. What is that? as that's...
If you can clip that, please, Dan. We'd appreciate it.
That's a glitched Ferrari of Potty, who is on the pits. That Ferrari is in the pits on my screen, but on everyone else's screen, as we ride on board with Knights out here, is the Ferrari. Yes, the Ferrari's glitch parked on the apex here.
Is it
Off the Tosa chicane, yes, that Ferrari is in the pit lane, but is glitched. So we will probably see no improvements here, as there is a Ferrari just parked on the apex.
Next across the line will be Dark Fox, who's down by 7/10. And has everyone been caught out there? It seems they have.
Bori's attempts up still.
So Bori still put a challenge on the pole. If he can get Variante Alta hooked up here at the final part of the lap. Through Variante Alta, it's a decent run. Now on the run up to Ravazza, can LSA Fori put his Aston Martin onto the pole where he thinks it should be today?
It's all or nothing here. Lock up.
Oh, he's got it perfect. Near enough through the final two.
He had to run 3 attempts. Has he done it? No!
So close. Fori goes second.
What? 31 hundredths of a second.
Phyllis will not improve either. James on the run up to line, he might have a subtle improvement that can put him up the timesheets, maybe like 3 positions.
Boneless
James
is
stays
down.
7th.
I believe that Ferrari. I saw Boneless go through that Ferrari, so that was not a solid object.
6/10 goes up to 11th.
Boneless across the line, cannot improve.
For the sprint.
Bayless doesn't improve.
Alright, Iron Man is also down, so Dark Fox gets pole on his debut by less than 31 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, so I believe
LSR
Fori has found an equal here. This is going to be an exciting sprint and race.
Very exciting indeed.
Cannot wait.
Boneless being also a standout performer in 3rd. This is his highest grid position, I believe, in the league so far. Elo Wyatt, who's had a pole, he only starts 4th, but he's only been here for about 5 minutes of the session. So to put it at 4th, you got to give it to him. Didn't have much chance.
Very strong. A clear contender.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be interesting to see what positions are for the race. The races, I should say. Anyway, that confirms it. Dark Fox on pole, ahead of Fori and Boneless, Elo Wide, Twister in 5th, Fierce Angel in 6th. He was in the battle for probably the front row for a little bit of it, but he got held up by LSR. Jay Potty, who was desynced at Tosa. Jameson 7th, ahead of Potty. Then we got Night Scout and Taco Cat rounding out the top 10. White Walker in 11th, ahead of Sticks is Bad. Iron Man in 13th, Stoff in 14th, and Melts in 15th. The bottom 2 having quali bands, so they don't have relative pace in this race just yet. But
yeah, this is going to be interesting. Right, do you want to commentate the start of the sprint? Or do you want me to, back seat?
That was an exciting qualifying session. Obviously, don't ready up straight away. People.
Yes, we'll wait for the announcement in the server.
And what tyres they go on. I think is it? I don't know if it's locked or not, but people could choose to go on the softer compound if they believe it's better. But I'm not sure how it works.
Do we know if it's dry or not in the race? That's the thing.
Yeah, I kind of want to see some rain because it'll make it a little bit more interesting. Andrews has also got into the session, which is great news because we'll have one more driver.
Dry.
And it's dry. So all that, all of quali, probably not as relevant because the pace difference will probably be a little bit larger, but we'll have some people who are stronger in the wet than they are quali falling back through, people who are stronger in the dry than they are in the wet coming through the field. So there's a couple of people who can make amends here in Melt and Doff, maybe get forward. So I think everybody will be starting on the mediums, if I'm correct. which I am. Andri's got in his McLaren. He'll be starting from the back of the grid. And we don't really know what his pace is around it, Imola. So he'll be one to look out for coming through the field.
Alrighty.
Is it better to start first or second at Imola? Because I think...
depends, really, because first, I believe, is on the left-hand side?
Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like on the apex of the corner.
Yeah.
Like the outside apex. Whereas if you're P2, you kind of keep straight, can't you? And you don't have to put as much turn in.
True.
I'd rather start second here, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah,
but the run down to turn one will
outside
be
of all
season.
The outside of the Tamburello chicane can be a poor thing, because also if we have floor damage on, I'm not sure if it's on for this league or not. You've got to be very careful of that turn 1, or technically turn 2 and 3.
Another thing to look out for is whether LSA Potty is still desynced, because that could cause massive issues.
True.
And if he is, I'm sure it'll be a restart.
Yeah.
I saw that he got back into the lobby, but he was stuck on Tosa. He was stuck on the apex at Tosa, so that can't have been great.
Yeah. Despite him actually being in the pit lane on our screen.
Yeah. On my screen on the minimap, he was at Tosa.
Yeah.
So I was so confused when I looked at it, because his car was shaking on the apex.
Yeah. It was ghosted because Boneless went straight through, but still lost time to it.
Okay, that's good then. It's good that he didn't actually take anyone out of the session, because that could have caused a whole...
No, but I saw lots of people missing the apex, assuming that it was a car that wasn't going to ghost.
Which is good to see, because if people just assumed that it would ghost and it didn't...
Oh, hell, would have broken those.
In other leagues, people wouldn't slow down, and they wouldn't have obeyed the yellow flags that were out.
And
so
for the very few people who complain about ghosting, that's why we have it on, because it saves glitches, completely ruining it.
Exactly. So not long until we get underway for the sprint here for the Rolex Gran Premio del Made in Italy del Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
I'd like you to say that again 5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
I'll try and do it again flawlessly.
I'm only joking. Try and say
the Rolex
it
Gran
fast.
Premio del Made in Italy del Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Ooh. He's starting to get it. Nice. I dare not try it, because I'm going to offend someone if I do.
I think the points for the sprint are the same as in real life. It's just the feature race results that we don't have it the same, because we want to encourage everyone to finish, and we feel like giving more points to the lower positions will help that, meaning that there's always something to fight for, whether you're P1 or P12.
I agree with that.
So,
and if more teams add themselves or bid themselves into F1, don't think we're going to see Porsche in F1 now, but Audi coming in, replacing, even though they're not a new team, they're replacing Alfa Romeo. We're going to possibly see more teams wanting to join the grid, so we might get a point system change anyway.
I like it how it is, to be honest, in real life.
It's very well balanced at the top, but...
Yeah. Obviously, the winner having a bigger gap between P1 and P2 than it is to P2 and P3, which is right, because winning a race is more prestigious than coming third.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're about to get underway for the formation lap, which I'm pretty sure is set on today. And there have been instances where it hasn't been set on. But everyone on mediums.
Everyone on mediums.
So I don't know if that is mandatory. You have to be on mediums for the sprint in this game, or there is an option.
Didn't think so. We'll see. Of course, no real need to pit for this.
Nah. So I'm interested to see what happens if there's a safety car like lap 2. Will people stop onto the soft? Will people stay out for track position? But
it's also going to be interesting to see.
Run down to turn 1.
Yeah, true. It's all about the traction. It's very difficult to get the power down, but when you get it right on this game, oh boy, do you get it right. And that's what everyone will be in searching. But if you go step too far, that wheel spin will carry over till you're flat. Because of the nature of the game, and it can, if you push even slightly too far with the throttle, it can lose you huge time. So it's, do you go all out, or do you go cautious?
Like AWS, the strategy, either a 0 stop for mediums or a 0 stop for hards.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think we really need to know that it would be 0 stops in this race.
Yeah.
Obviously, no mandatory stop. So if someone stops due to damage or strategical purposes,
yeah,
because of the long pit lane and the slower speed to other pit lanes because of the narrow nature of it, it could throw up a couple of disadvantages if someone gets damaged very, very early on and have to box. If there's a safety car, it might put off some people from boxing because of how much time they will lose compared to other tracks. And they're starting to line back up.
You can see Dark Fox pointing to the right. He knows how it works here.
He does. Andrew's going to be the last person to slot in. And we're about to get underway for the Imola sprint.
There we go then.
And Andrews didn't line up perfectly. And we're up to 5 red lights. The broadcast camera's playing up. And lights are out, and away we go. Better reaction time for Dark Fox in the half. He's already got a big gap to Euphoria. Boneless is going to try and make amends into turn 1. Boneless is going to try and get on the inside of LSA Fori, and he does. There's a Mercedes going into the gravel, and that is Elon.
Oh, we've got 2 spinners. We've got White Walker and Stoff off, both making mid-corner collisions. As Boneless dips a wheel in the gravel, that's going to be a warning.
Yeah, so
it's the Mercedes, and Melts nearly plows into the back of Taco Cat. Very close.
Place. And there's a couple of interesting gaps, but Dark Fox already gapped more than the amount for DRS before lap 1's even ended. So all side by side, Melt and Ironman. Melt's getting ahead for 13th place, and that will improve his grid position as Joey Posse gets past James, as they're going to have a little fight into Ravazza. Around the outside goes Jay Posse. Can he keep the position? Yes, he can, and James is going to lose out a little bit more.
Sticks takes the advantage of that. James isn't having it. They're side by side heading down the main straight towards. Oh, and the Mercedes mugs them up as well.
On the run out, on the run.
Okay. Into Tamburello. Is there going to be contact? No. All clean. There is a bit of contact. James says thank you very much and passes Sticks. Dips a wheel in the gravel. Wow. Great racing here.
Andrews from the back of the grid is up to 12th. Such a good battle's going on here as Sticks claims 10th place. Taco Cat.
He had a little look down the inside there.
He's been one of the starters of the season in this league.
Mounts goes wide.
He gained.
Ironland gets past.
El Zulu is joined. He'll be able to join for the main race. So the closest battle is Taco Cat and Sticks, I believe. No, Andrews is going to try and get involved. He has some pace on this game, does Andrews? But he's stuck in traffic as it stands, as Taco Cat gets a good run on Sticks is bad after Variante Alta, and on the run down to Ravazza, Taco Cat gets up to 10th.
Here comes Fori on Boneless. Crucial move.
Obviously DRS deployed this lap. But he's not going to need DRS as LSA Rory. He's already passed Williams. He's going to try and give it his all. And Rory up for second, back where he started in this race.
That was crucial to his race. We've got Sticks and Taco side by side. Sticks goes wide. They're both on the curbs. Andreas is forced onto the grass, gets passed by the Mercedes and the Ferrari.
Melts and Sticks trying to go side by side almost.
Some great battling here.
Villeneuve chicane. And it's been a very good race so far. Elo wide trying to make amends after his poor start, trying to gain on Night Scout for 7th place. Could be
Boneless struggling here. Swiss is gaining.
Twister. This is going to be a very close race here on out. But it's starting to calm down a little bit. Sticks and Melts, the closest battle we're seeing right now. Andrews is probably going to get involved as Ironland is almost lining up a move on Sticks. They are side by side for a moment. That's a Rory that's the first lap of the race. They're trying to chase down.
Gap was 1 point. Gap was 2 seconds at the start of last lap.
Sticks is bad into the gravel. And that will allow Andrews to try and get a move before the deployment.
Stoff is in the gravel as well, manages to keep it. Sticks already out of the RS.
Race management as Takakat gets a tyre into the grass. But the gap at the front is staying similar between Dark Fox and Ford. It's all about race management. They've got the similar amount of DRS, and I think the Dark Fox is just going to manage just a little bit better than Fori, and he has a little bit more pace in his half. Just getting past Bonus earlier on.
White Walker and Stoff.
Night Scout and Elo Wired. Elo Wired getting past the Aston Martin into the very end of the outer. Good move from Elo Wired, but Night Scout is coming straight back, and he's not having any of this. Is Night Scout. He's going to try and maintain his 7th place. The Dark Fox getting the fastest lap of the sprint. No point for that in this race. In the main race, you would get a point for it. Not today.
Here comes a wide on out. Knocks out.
Yeah, it's going to happen probably before the corner, and it is. And Elo Wide making amends from his poor start, getting into the gravel on lap 1. Melts has got past Taco Cat, made 5 positions as Melts.
White Walker on Stoff.
I think he lost his head in Bahrain. It's all starting to calm down. But LSA Potty is starting to close in on Fearless Angel, who won EFR Silver Tier during the week. Last week in Australia, going a different strategy and winning. And he'll have loads of confidence competing with drivers from around Europe and South Africa in that league.
J Potty
all over the back of them.
Yeah, right on Fearless here. He's gained quite a lot through this last sector. Maybe running a bit more wing. You might see it here.
Could be a formality. Could be a formality here for LSR J Potty. He's going to get him before the real life, technically turn 1. Which is a little kink in the straight. And J Potty up into 5th place. Up 3 for him.
Andreas on Island. They're side by side. No. Andreas backs out.
Dangerous
2 penalties in quick succession.
At the moment, that will drop James.
Oh, James has spun. James has spun.
And he's
I
backwards
saw that.
at Villeneuve.
Oh, he's beached. He's stuck on the curve. No, he's not. Okay. I thought he was beached.
He's waiting for the Red Bull.
Such bad luck. He just got slightly up at the apex, picked up the throttle too early, and back end just wasn't living with it.
Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again at Tosa.
So unfortunate.
He needs to be careful to not get himself disqualified, because if you're stationary for too long, that can make you have a disqualification. probably bad to worse for James. He was running in 10th. He's now 16th and last, behind Stock and significantly behind Stock.
So,
Andrew's going to try and get a run on Takuka and Pineline.
Andrews really on the limit now. He got a big snap at the chicane. So there we go. Ironland also gets DRS, but it's not enough.
It should happen pretty quickly for Andries. And he's going to get past the Ferrari. Bit more straight line speed on this setup, it seems. Or, ooh, that was very close.
Very close to a collision. Ironland can see that Andreas is flashing.
Yep. Ironland also
doesn't think of a move into Villeneuve. Probably for the best.
Yeah, Villeneuve is never usually an overtaking spot. If someone can make it through there and overtake a car cleanly, it would be probably the move of the season. We've seen some very good overtakes in this league so far.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so
back to the leaders. It's
got into 9th from 15th on the grid. Good progress from Melts in this Mercedes. He might be able to nick a point in this race yet, which is 8th.
Wired right on the back of the McLaren of Fearless. Oh, step out the last corner though, saves it.
Night Scout did the same.
It's Andreas on Taco Cat.
On the off
wide past
shot,
Fearless. Goes deep into the corner. Fearless steams around the outside. Oi. Fearless defends.
Andries and Taco Cat. Down the inside goes Andries. He's up into 10th place. But Taco Cat is going to try and switch back and get a run down into the Villeneuve chicane. Is he going to be smart and maybe go for it, or he's going to back out and force Andries to go a little bit deeper?
All the while they're fighting. Ironland is now on the back of this train as well.
Yeah.
Taco Cat ABRS. Ironland passed well before the corner.
Oh, it's such a close battle as goes wide. Ironland in the Ferrari and the Italian team of Ferrari almost coming a cropper from the Swiss team of Alfa Romeo, who are leaving the sport next year.
Soon to be German.
Audi, Alba. For 2023, I think 2026 it will become.
Yes, with the new regulation
Audi.
changes.
Yes. So we're going back to the old days of just Sauber, which means we can have some more wacky liveries. I really love.
Fearless has been passed. Wide keeps it clean this time. And there was contact.
Well, he's going to have a good run though, Fearless. Maybe not quite into the Villeneuve chicane, but he's going to get a good run up to Tosa and maybe Aqua Minerale. No, Aqua Minerale. I'm getting my corners mixed up. Caratella.
Sticks is all over the shot at the moment, really struggling to keep it on the track.
That he is. I still don't know which way how this is going to go, but I think that one thing we can bet probably our life savings on and make money out of it is that Dark Fox is going to win this race. Taco Cat gets a 3 seconds, that will drop him down a few positions. But as it stands, Ironland is going to be in a brilliant place to maybe take 9th on the grid.
If he keeps this up, maybe. But he's lost a lot of time in the last few corners. Aqua Minerale, he really struggled to get the power down, so he's not going to get DRS.
Yeah, Fearless Angel, the only one, not the only one, LSA Posse, putting on some good display and overtaking in this race. He's gone from 8th to 5th right now, but he's really closing in on the Williams of Bonus, who just hasn't seemed to have the pace in this sprint race. He was up in second for a little bit of the race. He got overtaken by Corey and Swister. Now he's 4th. He's going to have to look behind him rather than in front of him for the Ferrari. Phyllis Angel's going to try and make some sort of impact on the Mercedes of Elo Wide as Melt is in 9th for 3 seconds. Andrews will drop behind Iron Man.
I've just noticed the entire grid is in half sandwich at the moment. So you've got one first and last.
That's pretty cool. Just if the Haas used the best car on the grid that was last season.
J Potty here.
Probably be what it is. Really close in on bonus, and this could happen in
20% errors advantage, yeah. Easy money there on bonus, but they're still side by side. Bonus thinks better of it.
Botty gets it before the Tamburello chicane. And as we're on to the last lap of the sprint, it's kind of flown by.
Yeah, wow, it has.
And James picking up another 3-second penalty, and his race is gone from bad to worse. As he'll start 16th, but he'll have a car behind him in El Zulu, who will not be able to take part in the sprint, but he'll be able to take part in the future. And there's a little bit of a battle at the back. Stoff and James, this could happen.
Ilan and Andreas as well. But Dark Fox coming into the last 2 corners, you have to say.
Cat. He's dropped a little bit as well.
Bonus on the back of J Potty as well, but Dark Fox round the last corner. It's been a brilliant sprint from him. He's controlled it from start to finish. He's got fastest as well. Dark Force takes the W in the sprint here at Imola.
Or he takes second ahead of Swister if he just makes it to the line and not conk out over the line. He'll take third ahead of Potty and Boneless, as Boneless loses a little bit of front wing over the line. Not that it'll matter. Elo Wire takes 6th. Probably hoping for a little bit more out of that after his good qualifying. First Angel and 9th Scout round up the points here. Melt's good recovery from his quali ban. He's up to 9th. He'll start 9th for the main race. I'm in 10th. Taco Cat takes 11th ahead of Andrews. Then we have 6th Bad, White Walker Stoff, and James, who had a moment on the exit of the Tamburello chicane, and he crashed in this race, but he will classify. As we're just waiting on Stoff to cross the line. He'll start 15th.
That's done.
Sprint, but it started to come down towards the end.
But I also had that White Walker gained 5 seconds in about as many laps on the cars in front. So it took him about 8 laps to gain 5 seconds. So we'll see White Walker surely climbing up the order at the start of the main race.
Yeah, he did make a mistake.
There's our points all.
Which dropped him to last. Dark Fox taking 8 points ahead of Fori with 7. Then you got Swister with 6, Potty with 5, Bonus with 4, Ilo Wide with 3, Phyllis Angel with 2, and Night Scout taking the final point. Either way, I think they'll be happy with how their races had gone, except for Elo Wide maybe, who made a mistake early on.
Haas and Aston Martin, they come out with the most points in the constructors, 8 each.
Yeah.
So Western, at bare minimum, have to keep their gap equal.
I'm interested for the main race because of the varying strategies. If say Fori goes onto the mediums early on, but Fox goes onto the hards.
Yeah, this is the thing now with the full race. We're going to have strategy be a big thing here.
Yeah.
Who calls it
right?
right?
Have a safety car, which was good, but I feel like it could have mixed things up.
Yeah, it would have.
More entertainment value. But, oh well. So, championship implications. Aston Martin gain on AlphaTauri by 8 points. Fori improves his lead in the championship by 7 points. He's now on 82 after that race. The Dark Fox will get his first points of the season because this is the only time where cross-platform users have been able to race in this league permanently. He will go ahead of Lasermilk and Ulrich with that. 1 point behind Six is Bad, who's raced every single race. But he's been the king of starts, really. for lap 1, because he's always gained on lap 1 and he's kind of disappeared after then, falling through the order. Jeddah, he started P15 and he ended lap 1 in like P6. It was pretty amazing from Sticks.
Wow. So the lap 1 goat.
Yeah, that one go. Look out for Sticks here, because if carnage happens, he'll be the one to pick up the places. Unless he's in it. Melt's almost getting into the points. He's only raced at Bahrain where I think he kind of lost his head after having a pretty bad race. I think he accidentally brake checked someone. I say accidentally, it looked very questionable because he just stopped on the straight and James went into the back of him, which gave him a race ban and a quali ban. Which he served the race ban, but he didn't take part last week. So he served his quali ban today. He's now free from any penalties at the moment, unless he causes something else. But he'll be looking to get his first points of the season today. Who else? James. Probably looking to try and make amends after his poor sprint. Same with Stoff. He's on 13. El Zulu, who's finally got in his car, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Has he got into his car? He has, as the formation lap gets underway. And this is where we can see...
Do you want to come take the start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so very big mix of strategy here. Dark Fox starting on hards, with Fori on the softs. That will be a very interesting battle part of this race, and Swister will probably be hoping for a crash, because that would mean he will be in a very good position. Potty also on the softs, with bonus on the hards. Then you got Elo Wide, Fearless, Night Scout, and Melt all on the mediums. Then you got Ironland.
Might I also add that on this game, the traction difference between tyre compounds on the start is immense. By the time you're full throttle, if you're on a compound, a quicker compound, you can be alongside, if not ahead, if you get equal level starts. So, to hold the lead here, from, well, I'd say up to P4 really, Dark Fox is going to have to pull a blinder of a start. All four he has to do is make sure that he gets off the line. Swiss are going to be under attack from Potty. Potty,
also say that all the medium runners will be in a good place because they know how they felt.
Yeah, exactly. They've got the mediums
how they start.
Down.
They've got the knowledge.
I think J Potty could be a dark horse here. It's my prediction. Swister is MP3, so if he can get past Dark Force, you never know. J Potty, I believe, if J Potty can pull a worldy start off here, we might see that Ferrari zip into first place by the end of lap 1. But that's all hypothetical. Now it's time for the literal as we're all lining up on the grid. I'll let you take away, Harry.
Yep. Well, El Zulu will be the last car to line up at the back. He missed the sprint, but he'll be looking to get something out of this main race. Obviously, 15th is the benchmark points.
J Potty, that's big.
First Angel as well.
Dark Fox doing the same. Pointing more to the right this time. There we go then.
Right, very much.
Surrender away. You appear to be having some mic issues, Harry. There we go. All good.
Very good start from Swister, who's up into second. There's carnage at the back as Boneless.
Absolute carnage.
Fearless Angel.
Big,
and I expect Six to make a load of
big crashes.
Here. And El Zulu's out as well.
Full safety car.
And that will be a safety car.
Because Ironland is out as well. Carnage on that one.
Now, if you finish the race, you get points. So, like I said, Sticks is bad. He started 14th. He's now up to 8th.
As Fearless and Knights Out also, they both have 5-second time penalties. So, I believe that might have been why Ironland's out. There may have been a collision once the safety car came out. Caused some people a little bit sharper with their reactions than others. It's so easy to slam on the brakes to hit the delta. I have it in karting where there's red flags where you have to stop control on track, and there's always that one person who slams their brakes on and causes carnage, and I think that might be why Ironman is out.
Later on as a steward and look through and see who was at fault for that one, because that was a very interesting start. So
yeah,
the Dark Fox probably breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief because Swisser got an almighty launch compared to LSA 40, who's on the softs, and we'll see who has to box.
Nights Out and Fearless.
Yeah, but they have 5 penalties and they'll try and get rid of him.
Melts. James. All in.
This is going to mess up the order a bit. Stoff up 9, but it's a bit irrelevant at the moment.
Very poor start for Fori, might I add. Being beaten by a medium runner and not trumping a hard runner, not what Fori would have wanted. A bit of a trend forming here with Fori having poor starts as well.
Yeah, so the man you said that would win the race right at the start in Switzerland is now P2 on the better tyre compared to the Dark Fox.
The Dark Fox has been pacey all race.
He has. But if you've pulled this off and predicted the race winner, fair play. But Andries, he's up 7, but he was already there.
I predicted Swister 40, Taco Cat was my podium, but Taco Cat was more of a cool name. Still quite pacey though, Taco Cat.
He's up
really
7.
Really doing a very solid job here.
Yeah. So everyone going to get points as it stands, except Ironman, El Zulu and Boneless, who are all out on lap 1 after a big incident which happened on the straights.
It's all about keeping the nose clean.
Boneless.
So if you can survive now, you are going to get points on the board. It's just a matter of how many. Staff is using overtake. Is Staff stuck on overtake?
I think he is.
Staff might be stuck on overtake here. That's not good. That's really going to ruin his race if that's the case.
I don't think it's eating that much.
Oh no, he's put his foot down and it's just draining. Staff, if you are watching and you're on the way, you are on overtake. It is killing your batteries. Melts pits.
Yeah. So I don't know what will happen in this race now, because it just changes realistically the order massively.
Yeah.
Stuff who was starting 15 was up to 6.
Yeah, we've got some big movers here. Andreas up 7, Stoff up 9, Tucker Cat up 4, White Walker up 6. I did say White Walker had some pace. Yeah. James and Sticks also up 3, and we've got Melts down 5. Same for Fearless.
Melts has boxed twice. He's boxed twice. I don't think it fixed his front wing.
Wow. That sucks, man.
It's annoying in this game, because that's happened to me in the FR.
Stoff still stuck in overtake. Might it be tactical? Just keep the engine warmer. Because overtake does heat up your engine really quick. So it might be tactical here. I believe we might go green here. Because if
I'll tell you what caused that. There's a 3 wide moment at the start and there was a little bit of a pincer.
Oh, safety car in,
and that's what caused it.
It's a very late call.
Stick said, the commentators love me. I said, you're a start merchant, Stick. and you backed that up, because you got that 3 places.
Yeah, up 3. A good job. And one of the pitters as well, the front of the pitters. Dark Fox leads us away, here we go. Stop is off overtake now.
So, you'll see, I think the Dark Fox has got a very big...
Melts is in the pit again!
It's hard to see, isn't it, for Melt? Ori is just...
They finally
can't get anywhere near Swister. And Swister...
Here we Fearless on lights out. No.
Twister, 2.5
Yeah,
minutes back.
Twister's on him. Forcing Dark Fox to use a lot of ERS here. We could see a battle. Further down the pack, we've got Taco Cat right on the back of Staff.
We'll go on board with Taco Cat. That could keep up very quickly.
Night starts run wide, no positions lost. Night's out wide. Fearless takes advantage.
Up to 11th goes Fearless Angel in the McLaren. He had an interesting start.
Twister really starts to need using some. Twister needs to start using some overtake here.
Stoff has fixed the issue of ERS. It's good news for him.
Wide on the back of White Walker here. Mercedes on the Alpine.
3 wide. This really could be 3 wide going into Tamburello.
Oh wow! It's mad.
Oh, it's 3.
With 3 wide. Whoa! Wow!
As Taco Cat goes a little bit into the gravel and goes over the curb, and White Walker.
Wyatt takes advantage.
Wyatt. Potty has left.
He's stuck on overtake. Down to 6%. No, not stuck. Just using lots of deployment here, Staff.
Poor race management for Staff.
Sticks past White Walker as well.
So, this little midfield battle is really kicking off. Andries is kind of holding up all of this, with Stoff trying to get involved for 5th place, which would be a brilliant achievement for Stoff.
Good exit for Wyatt. Can he go side by side? Wyatt and Taco side by side through the chicane. Nice move there for Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Oh, good twist. It goes onto the gravel. Keeps it.
Elo Wyatt is already on the back of Stoff. ERS enabled after the safety car on lap 1.
Oh.
Twister is keeping Dark Fox honest.
The 40% ERS deficit that Twister has.
Elo Wyatt, he's going to try and get the move on Stoff, and he gets past up into 6th place.
Behind we've got Close. Not close enough. Got a big train from Wyatt all the way down to James, so that's P6 all the way to P13 here. Melt is gaining on the pack here. Still 30 seconds behind, needing that safety car. There you go.
Melts with the fastest lap of the race.
Why did Andreas? Twister's still there as well. He might be able to keep Dark Fox even here.
Now, the strategies will probably meet in the middle here, as there's going to be a side-by-side with Variante Alta.
Oh wow, they're 3 wide!
3 wide! That was very close between the Alfa Romeo and the Williams.
2 rows of 2 abreast here. What is this? This is great racing here. 2 rows of 2 abreast again. The Alfa Romeo and the McLaren. They're 3 wide!
3 wide!
Whoa!
3
more
wide
collisions.
Again, and the McLaren
I'm clipping that because poor Andreas got stuck on the sideboard there of Taco Cat, and there was nothing in doing.
He's going to have a little run down on Six's value. He's had a great race so far. Up into 6. Having to back off from not using a lot of ERS.
Twister must have made a mistake. Twister's down to P3. Yeah, that's gravel on the tyres to Twister.
Tyres will start to lose pace because of his softs going.
Damage? Maybe.
Right at the back, Melts and Fearless Angel. Fearless Angel coming out of the pits. Melts is no longer running last in this Grand Prix.
Something Melts will greatly appreciate after the start. Having to pit 3 times.
Oh, Stoff gets past Sticks. And
Whoa! That was... Oh, he's been spun! They make contact. Contact between Sticks and Taco Cat. That's my prediction pretty much gone. But what happened there was Taco Cat just went too deep on brakes, and Sticks expected Taco maybe to hug that inside, and Taco expected Sticks to not hug, force him to hug the inside, and the Red Bull just turned in on the Alfa Romeo, and that was that.
I think that's a little bit of a miscommunication.
Sticks
as
and Nights Out, yeah.
Gets past Sticks, and this race has been full of action.
Yeah,
only on lap 8. It's
been a very exciting 8 laps. This is what I said though, the difference in tyre strategy, despite it sort of spreading out and we seeing the pace settle, people getting to the right places in the sprint, in the race, safety cars, tyre choices, fuel loads, setups, will make a big difference here. And the weather.
Out for P6 it seems. But Nightscout may have been the first person to drop this. And he's done well, except he's gone very wide. Just to get the 3-second time penalty for track limits.
I believe in the Swiss train as Nights Out goes wide. That brings Sticks and James onto the back of him with Stoff and Taco Cat. We've got
Sticks goes for it!
Whoa!
Down the inside of Variante Alta, almost making contact. And did they? I think Nights Out.
I believe the Red Bull might have an illegal overtake here.
Yep. Oh, it's almost 3 wide. It's a reverse.
Wow. Great racing from them here.
3 wide.
3 wide. Wow. This league is something here.
James comes out on top. Wow. And it's 2 by 2 behind. And this is going to...
Everyone is out of ERS here, but Nights Out is not. And so Steam's off. Are we going to have any lunges? We've got... Oh, wow, that's a big lunge.
He cuts the corner slightly for Sticks, but he's really showing that he's not just
probably might go side behind now. This is great racing.
Stoff's going to get a good run into Tosa.
Oh, Sticks has run wide. They're side by side.
On the outside at Tosa for Stoff. Not quite. That would have been a good move.
Oh, wow.
And this could happen into Acca Minerali. No, Piratella. We're getting the corner pushed up. Oh, almost gets a very good run there.
Nearly contact, yeah.
Into Acca Minerali. That's Acca Minerali, I think. And there's been a couple of big lunges into Variante Alta. I think Stoff is going to play it safe.
Yeah, I think it's best of it. Very smart decision, but gets a polar exit out of the chicane. Had a blip on the throttle, that brings Taco Cat into the mix. Taco with 13% more ERS than Stoff. This might be an easy one here, as Stoff will have no power out the corner.
And Taco Cat, he's going to get through. Up into 9th place.
Different side by side though.
On his points.
Don't forget Stoff got DRS as well. No, not quite.
We're going to send it almost closing in a little bit too much. But it's started to come down in the midfield fight. But it's been very entertaining.
Wired is also on the back of J Potty now.
I'll draw your attention to something as Safari is closing in on the dark box for the lead.
Ooh. Yes, them soft tyres sort of pulling, but Fori just doesn't have the pace through that chicane, not taking the second apex. ERS low for both drivers. Swister, I think, settling into a groove here, just racing his own races. James spun. James is round.
Well, he's done it twice.
I'm not sure if there's contact or not there. Andreas.
We'll have a look for damage. He doesn't have damage. But that's 2 spins here at Imola for James.
Yeah, it's been a poor one for him. One he'll want to put behind, but you can't learn if you don't make mistakes.
There's the first boxer of the race, and it's LSA J Potty, first person who's coming into the pits on strategy anyway. He's going to equip
Sticks on the defensive.
Equip the hard tyre. So he will put into traffic.
ERS low for most drivers.
P12 at the back.
As Stoff is on the back of Sticks, and Andreas is on the back of James as well. James with the pace to be higher up in the field than this, so we'll see James start to cut back through. Already gaining massive amounts on stop and sticks.
So, I'm interested to see how this pans out. I've got my phone.
Oh, Sticks runs wide. Yeah, they're side by side.
Try and get the move into variante alta.
Oh, forced onto the grass. They make contact.
Oh, they're still side by side. Not leaving enough room there, in my opinion.
Yes, stop.
Really closed the door.
Really had to leave the room there because Sticks was there on the inside.
Andrews and White Walker. They're going to have a fight down into Ravacta.
I believe that will be looked at though. Stoff runs wide. Keeps it on. But that will be looked at because Stoff did not leave the space on braking as well. Sticks had a wheel on the grass.
Or
yellow flags.
White Walker and Andrews. White Walker and Andrews. Oh,
Sylvester spun. Oh no, you're joking. Sylvester round and wide passes him. From bad with that penalty and being gapped to worse.
He has the gap to Forey, who has boxed now.
Forey has to make the most of these hards. He must. He's got to be quicker than Dark Force here. Otherwise he'll be out the fight. But he's got Knights out behind him. The teammates, of course.
Andrews and White Wolf are going to have another fight. And Potty wants to get involved in this scene.
The Potty with, of course, leader's pace here. So, with effectively backmarker pace cars compared to Potty, we're going to see some interesting battles.
I'm interested in this podium battle, right? Because Kilo Wide is now second.
Yeah.
Ahead of Twister. Is he now in this podium fight?
Yes. Wide is in a 5-second time penalty. It goes from worse to just torrential for Twister.
So that's
horrible.
Places 3-4 for Aston Martin right now. Stop up the stick, going against the career.
J Potty on White Walker. White Walker running out of ERS. We might see a free wide moment here.
On the off-board camera, Potty wants to try and make a move more.
Andreas goes deep with 3 wide. Yellow flags up ahead. We've got a spinner. It Sticks, yeah.
Sticks is backwards. He had such a good race up until this point, and he can't get it back on track properly. He hasn't got a front wing to help him out here. And
I think if he stays there for much longer, we might get a safety car called out here. It gets out of the way for Fearless.
Reversed into the wall. And he's have a lot of time to get back. I think that puts him a bit out of contention for the big points here. Although he was driving an exceptional race, I have to say.
Forey starting to pull away. We've got J Potty, White Walker, Andreas. Yeah, Stoff doing a brilliant job in P6.
He was 15th in the sprint. He's now 6th. 9 places gained. And there's a 4-way battle. Andrews, White Walker, and LSA J Potty. LSA J Potty in this train.
So yet to pit, we've got White Walker, Andreas, Stoff, Taco Cat, Wired, and the Dark Fox, of course.
The Dark Fox, I think he's going to try and get his hards into all the soft. Sticks is bad with a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting.
I'm stuck in race director.
Press the home button, as in the Xbox button.
Yeah.
It'll stop and then you'll be able to back out. Up my side and
yeah.
J Potty's going to get the run up to Tosa. Can he go around the outside? Goes J Potty.
Right, I'm going to reset my game. I'll need
J Potty, round of applause for you. Around the outside at Tosa.
Could you ping me an invite across? I've had to restart.
Yeah, I'll do it now. Okay.
Thank you.
LSA J Potty was probably one of the moves of the season around the outside at Tosa.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I wish I saw that. The bravery. Bravery required for that.
Walker is backwards, he's onto the grass.
Oh.
And he's got to 11th. And into the pits, Elo Wyatt. Where will he come out here? Nice scout up to third. LSA 4, he's going to try and make an impression on the lead. 30 seconds adrift now. He's not been able to put too much together in terms of lap time on them hard tyres.
Alright, I'm back in.
From the lead. Nice.
Let's get all my stats back up.
Starting to box. Strategy's starting to meet in the middle.
Andreas and Dark Fox the only yet to pick now. After White Walker's come in.
And Dark Fox.
Yeah.
Night Scout as well, and Jane.
This is where it gets spicy again. Closest bet on track is Swiss and Andreas. Swiss, of course, a front runner. Of course, still podium battle. If he can pull something magic out the hat here.
So if you
Yellows.
Yellow sector 1 sticks as bad as out, he has retired into the pit lane. And I don't know why he did that stick.
Oh,
it's
a virtual safety car.
Ooh.
Because I don't see a safety car out on track yet. No, it's a VSC.
This really helps Night Scout.
It does. Dark Fox as well, mate. Dark Fox has been unable to pit.
Biting the bullet.
Fori.
Onto the medium.
Boxing, yeah.
He started on the soft, so he can do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. Maybe thinking it was a full safety car?
Maybe. Or anticipating that will be another, but he'll drop behind Andries and Swister.
I believe it was a bad call. A very bad call.
Yeah, his tyres will really die towards the end of this race. Yes,
as we go green.
The virtual safety car is back. And Andries is now finding himself in 4th Night Scout. What a race he's had so far.
pit as well. Packer gets up there with James as well.
Stick says sorry for ruining the race. You didn't really ruin it. You didn't ruin it, Stick. No. You didn't really add anything. It's just you could have kept going. You probably could have got a point.
Andreas and Swisser.
Oh, I've actually done something.
Yeah. Dark Fox at this rate is going to come out in the lead by quite some margin. Swister biding his time.
Oh, so he didn't retire in the pits. He tried to turn in and his controller locked, so he went into the wall.
Oh, that's tough.
That's unlucky, Sticks. Next, you made your impression on the race, and you did very well until that point. And there's another moment, and
Andreas pitting. Fori and Swister. This for, of course,
maybe the battle for the podium.
Battle for the podium. They're side by side on entry.
Fori gets it.
Great move around the outside of the Tamburello chicane. So it's a shame that that's no longer the same type of corner it was before, but there are reasons.
Yeah. Andries is going to come out behind LSA Botti and Melt. So I have to say,
yeah, Fori's in need of a safety car here. But Wyatt is on the back of Nights Out after pitting.
Are they both going to go to the softs? I think that could be the choice.
Yeah, I think Dark Fox is going to go long and go on the softs there.
And it's because Night Scout boxed under that first safety car. He's now up to second. Yeah,
we have Andreas being lapped as well.
What? He's being lapped?
Yeah, Andreas and White Walker are a lap down now. That is the immense lead as Wyatt goes quickest. We might see a contender.
He gets ahead of Night Scout doing that as well. So Elo Wyatt
is in an P2. A very strong race from Wyatt here.
He came out
Fori
and
responds.
In that little midfield fight that that was probably the talk of the race. And now he's got himself into second. Well, that's probably for the race so far. And he's gone purple in the first sector as well.
Fori. 3 tenths quicker on them tyres. And only going to get quicker here. The Dark Fox is disconnected.
Oh.
Dark Fox has disconnected. This is big.
Elo Wyatt, if you can put some laps together.
Can someone try and ping Dark Fox in it? I'll get Dark Fox up and ping him an invite. A Dark Fox, where is he? PC, so I can't invite him.
Connected. Wow.
That's big. Dark Fox might have just been robbed here.
He's not losing that much time, you know why? But there is a rule in here, unless you've got a very good reason, you can't be AI for more than 3 laps. Mainly because it gives your opponents an unfair advantage. It gives you an unfair advantage in the race. So I don't know what will happen. Hoping he gets back.
I believe that might have been a false disconnect, judging by the pace. No, he's not carrying the same speed. So there's a chance for Wyatt to regain maybe some time. Pit stop time loss, I think, is around 26 seconds here.
If it was lap 18 where he disconnected.
Yes.
So that's yeah, I don't think it'll cut it. I think he disqualified from the race because he hasn't fulfilled the amount.
Oh, wow.
I think that's just how it
Yellow
works.
flag, sector 1, we've got a Mercedes off. Melts, he's gone straight on. Probably got a snap of oversteer. He's rejoined in front of White Walker, but safely moves out of the way.
For that Fox, if he doesn't rejoin,
so if he doesn't,
I would completely ruin it.
Yeah. So what's the situation with Dark Fox here? If he's not back in by the end of lap 21.
Oh, his power's gone out.
Oh my word.
Ah.
That is a damn shame. We can only hope and pray that his internet comes up in time. And so can he. Despite this, even if he doesn't get in and gets a DSQ, he has drove a superb race, and that's what he can take away from this. Because he has been untouchable all night long. No one has been close to his consistency. He might not have so much pure pace that he's miles ahead, but his consistency is unmatched. As Wired won't even catch him by this rate, but
the pure reason for the disqualification is like if his AI wins, it's not him racing, and that's how you have to look at it.
So what's the rule with it? So it's 3 laps under AI, is it?
I think it 3 laps under AI, and it's awkward.
If any mods can let us know in chat the specifics so that we can be filled in, but that's if he's not back in by the end of this lap, then it's...
He said, no worries, might join again tomorrow night, which is the tier 2 race, which is just open to anyone who can make it, really. Not really a skill-based tier.
Well, thank you for coming, Dark Fox. You've made it extremely exciting.
James,
it's always good to have a driver of your caliber here. But that blows it wide open then. With Dark Fox gone,
Wide is making a very good impression.
He's in the net lead here.
So Night Scout, I think he's going to try to take his HADs all the way.
Yeah, I think so.
If he can do it, that's an insane strategy call.
Fori is gaining actually though, on a.
Yes, but he's on the fresher mediums. LSA possibly gets past Stoff driving the race of his life at the moment, and you have to give it to him because he's not one to have amazing pace, but he's drove flawlessly today in the main race. And as it stands, he's going to get, I think it is 7 or 8 points in 9th place.
Decent.
So
just started to calm down a bit. We've got White Walker and Melts though, maybe, and then we've got.
There's going to be it looks like a 4-way battle.
The lead battle. We've got who's that ahead of? Yeah. So we've got Andreas, Melts, White Walker all on the same bit of track here. So there's a Haas being Melts and
Echo Cat with a 3-second time penalty for track limits.
Yeah, Andreas is going to be lapped in a minute.
He's unlapped himself. He was lapped.
He's unlapped himself. From Andreas, who has to get out of the way soon. Oh, she's got a spinner! Melts!
That is Melts.
That was a very violent spin.
From bad to worse.
Poor Melts. Andreas has been lapped again. And this leaves White Walker's door open for an overtake. Poor Melts, while his teammate Sean, he's really struggled. Same can be said about James.
Andrew's got the better pace to the AI car of the Dark Fox.
Right.
He's getting blue flags to let him by.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, so keep letting him by and keep passing him because of pleasantness.
Yeah, I believe the AI should be turned on to the default 41. I know that makes it slower, yes, but it means that we can then have a genuine leader. Because right now Dark Fox is going to win this on track at this rate.
Oh, he's still got to box.
Yeah, he's still got to box actually, yeah. I believe he'll box anytime soon.
He's turned his day around really. Because he was fighting in the midfield and he's just got away.
Andreas lets the leader pass and White Walker takes advantage of it and sweeps past. That was very Monaco unlapping move.
Time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Or stuff. Well, I just bring props to James after spinning to the back. He has made a massive recovery in this race.
And he's closing in on Fearless.
And he is... Oh no! I've jinxed it! He's round! Oh, commentator's curse. I'm so sorry, James. As I was saying it, James is round. He's dropped the rear end at Tamburello chicane at turn 3. And it's back to square one. And he may even have rear wing damage. If it's on. Yes, I'm guessing he does because he's round again. I've done it. I've done it. That's my first commentator's curse. Damn it. Such a shame.
It happened in Bahrain where I was...
Oh, he's round again. His tyres are gone. As he's now in the middle of the track.
Be careful, James. Here,
whoa! Close there. James gets a penalty. He's down to the back of the grid. Poor James. Rear tyres must be cooked. He's got a trundle round now.
Similar thing happened in Bahrain. We were saying about how James had a quiet race cracking.
Someone clip that, please. That was. Oh, we've got yellow. He's round again. A message from Xbox. Hang on. Oh yeah. What's this? There's a bonus for being an EA Play. No, I didn't even know I was an EA Play member. Oh well. Back to the race. Taco Cat on the back of Stoff. That's the closest battle.
Oh,
well, actually, Melts and Andreas.
He's just got really hot tyres.
Melts get a penalty. Yeah.
Yeah. So a similar situation happened in Bahrain where James was having a quiet race. He was putting laps in and he was making an impression for the top 5. And then he had a surgery with Melts, which was no fault of his own. And
I'm expecting to see.
It's just been such an unlucky season for James.
Yeah, maybe a set of softs here. Up to ground for the fastest lap. Worth a go. And he does just that.
Elo wired, 13 behind now.
Melts and Andreas battle. Very interesting.
Oh, Swister! Oh, I thought, okay, it's just a box. I got too excited. And Night Scout is into the pits for some soft tyres.
Wow.
And he should come out ahead of Fearless. And if he can put some laps together, he can maybe get up into the podium places still. Night Scout put in an incredible performance together. If he gets ahead of... possibly gets ahead. So, if he can put some good laps together here, Night Scout, he can...
Swister is at exit of Tozer. Yeah, it's not looking likely, but Swister, no offence to you, man, there has been some inconsistencies this race. So it could leave the door open 4 nights out.
I'd like to praise Stoff here. As it stands, it will be his best finish of the season in 7th place.
Very strong, but we've got Taco Cat on the back of him. Equal age tyres, equal penalties, I do believe. Yep, Ian.
It is.
Yes, equal penalties.
Bristol's got 11 seconds.
That spices it up actually. What am I airing? Stoff gets a penalty. No, Stoff now has 3 seconds more. That's put him in an FP8.
Well, it'll still be his best finish, and I think he will celebrate that one today.
Taco Cat still looks like he's pushing for it on track though. Same ERS, exact same ERS. As that's a yellow flag, that's James retiring on track.
This could change. It's a
Full safety car. Full safety car.
Right.
This is big.
Right.
This will neutralise the field, and now this means anyone could win this race. I expect to see everyone pit here except from Nights Out.
Fox. If he can get back, that will ruin him. And this is just unfortunate for that. It goes from bad to worse. He was losing so much time to Elo wide anyway, but there's a chance he could have finished the race on the podium with his AI.
Yeah.
But obviously he doesn't even pit. Right. Okay.
Yep. As predicted, everyone now pummeling into the pits.
So this really changes things, and it really ruins Night Scout. Because if he just held on for another 2 laps, he would have got a free pit stop.
It's Melts
and he would have
as
still
well.
been P2.
With some, do we have any lap cars?
He'll serve his 5-second penalty.
Yeah,
further back.
we do actually have some lapped cars between the traffic here. We're going to have 3 lap cars in the way between the leader and the rest, so that's going to spice it up. These lap cars, of course, going to have to dive out the way quick.
The drivers with penalties, Swister has 11, Stock has 12, Taco Cat has 9, Phyllis has 3, and Melts has 3. But
Steam's pass.
Stoff staying out. Stoff up to 5th on track. On track, this is great for Stoff. This will give him so much confidence for this race, for the rest of the season. This is great to see.
Yeah.
James has gone.
Yeah.
Unlucky James today.
Very, very unlucky race. It just wasn't meant to be. Maybe try, if you do any practice, James, if you're watching this, try and do quick race practice or create a multiplayer lobby, because then that just acclimes you to the track, and rather than time trial in the time trial setup, it just means that you can get used to it and it irons them sort of things out. Because I've had the exact same issue lately. I've been in the lead of so many league races. I've been probably, I'd say, more than I can count on both hands in the last 8 months. From the lead. I had one a week ago where I was in the lead and binned it. It's just lack of practice. Yeah. All it needs is that bit more time.
So who wins this race now?
Oh, it's hard to call. Very, very hard to call.
I'm gonna put my.
Yeah.
I think it'll be LSA forward.
Can I do the end of the race as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're way better at the start than me. Taco Cat in the pits as well now. Realised it's the way to go, but loses 2 positions because of it.
So it's a safety car going through Tosa.
Yeah.
And the last car on the lead lap is Taco Cat going.
We're gonna have like a 3 or 4 lap sprint here.
Yeah, and the problem is here, Stoff on the hards.
Yeah, Dark Fox leading. Dark Fox leading hasn't pit yet.
Yeah, so as it stands, he'll get disqualified.
Yeah, I believe that'll happen. But again, we've got 3 lap cars in between. So what do these lap cars do? Because they are going to cause carnage. I believe we'll see a crash. Of course, there won't be a safety car, because if there's not time to deploy the safety car, it will not come out. Races don't finish on the safety car in this game. But as it stands, with the Dark Fox being disqualified for being AI for 50% of the race, literally, I think just over half the race.
Yeah, just 50%.
We have Wired, Fori, Nights Out, Stop on hards.
Oh, he pits.
Wow.
Dark Fox.
There we go. Dark Fox out of the way. but there still are 3-lap cars. And so we are going to see... We're going to see Andreas and White Walker and Meltz here take the safety car restart. Andreas is on hards. But they are ghosting for some reason. Not sure why that is, but yeah. Safety car should be in at the end of the lap.
Right behind. I think he was going to try and overtake it.
Yeah.
Which, it should be in the game. That feature should be in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I guess it's hard to implement. Because it means the lap cars can get out of the way.
This is anyone's race to win now. Anyone can win this.
It's all about...
Not just about sending it, it's being smart.
This probably will be a 3-lap sprint.
Yeah.
Lap 29, 30... No, 4 laps.
30, 31,
30,
32.
29, 30, 29, 30, 31, 32. That'll be we'll have 4 laps.
Yeah, but we're going to go green at the end of this lap, definitely.
Yeah, so end of 28, start of 29, green.
Alright then. I'll let you lead it away once we get there.
It should be in this lap anyway.
Safety car in this lap confirmed.
Says.
Here we go then. For tier 1.
So Elo wide, ahead of the field.
With the Dark Fox who was dominating all race out the way. It's really only the top 3 without penalties who have a big chance of this. Will it be wide, will it be 4 or will it be Nights Out?
Now, this is annoying for Corey, because Elo wide is going to have such an advantage.
It's also good. This is really good for Aston in the constructors here. P2 and P3.
I believe that's 25 and 20 points.
Here we go.
Right,
Wyatt leads us away. 4 already past the lap cars.
We'll get past the other one soon.
Past Andres, he is. Nights Out past. Okay, lap cars are out the way here. But we've got side-by-side action behind. There's a spin crash.
Stoff has gone into it, and Stoff. That's so unlucky.
He's got no front wing. But Dark Force, Andreas is a lap down, so Stoff can stay out here, or he can pit for fastest lap attempt.
Elo wide, Corey, and Night Scout, the 1, 2, 3.
It's such an exciting race. We've got an Azerbaijan last season-esque finish to this race, and it's what we could have all hoped for. I think we'll see DRS on the last lap, but by the look of it, Forey does not have the pace over Wired here. Wired, I think, connected late, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Wired, after missing qualifying, has worked his way up. He's done a Hamilton in Brazil, and he's currently leading.
He qualified 4th.
He qualified 4th, yeah.
He missed half of qualifying.
He missed half of qualifying, yeah. And he recovered. He had two fly laps, I believe. There's yellow flags behind. Not sure who for. Taco Cat gets a penalty. Forey gained 6 tenths in the last sector. Wide is quick everywhere else, but Forey is that bit quicker in that last sector, and that's Chicane and Equiminerale. It's got Swister, might even attack Nights Out here, just a bit of fun. Doesn't want to ruin his own race. Jay Potty's in a good position here, and net P4. Equally RS for the top drivers.
LC and bonus crashing on lap 1.
There we go. Again.
3 wide.
Forey gaining 3 tenths. Losing out there.
Then it's going to be enough, is it? He's got a 1.5 lap.
Look at that through the chicane though. He's gained another 2 tenths through the chicane. He has to send it here. It must be all or nothing, but he's got to think about the championship. That's when Wyatt has the advantage here. Because in the back of Forey's mind, he's thinking, I'm leading the title. I've got a big point swing over my rival, who sadly couldn't make it. Because of obvious reasons. Back Forey, yes, faster still.
1.3 the gap. Swister is going to try and make an impact on Night Scout in 3rd. But Fearless and Sue Potty having a little fight. There's not going to be
wow,
contact.
great battling here.
J Poppy keeps it, and that is a great move from the Ferrari.
The gap fluctuating all the time here at the top. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Not be across the line. Is it over? But for Fori, desperation starting to creep in here. But at the same time, again, championship, big points haul over rivals. A strong showing with the Dark Fox, a possible new title rival out the mix as well. As we go through the last few corners, Swister gets the 3-second time penalty. Here comes Wired. It's not enough from Fori. Wired, he's had a brilliant race after barely being able to take part in quali. Wired rounds the last two corners. It's been a brilliant race from start to finish. Wired coming towards the line. He's going to win in Imola in Tier 1. What a race from Fori. And Wired, and Nights Out.
Wired won.
There's your top three. Yeah, I know, I'm getting confused.
Wired from Fori from Night Scout, the 1-2-3. Double podium for Aston Martin, which means they'll increase their lead in the constructors over AlphaTauri. Where there was no AlphaTauri driver today. Franz, who had to miss this race because of the birth. Well, I say had to, it was probably a glorious day for him.
Stoff.
The birth of his daughter.
Does the line P8. Strong from Stoff.
Stoff's best finish for the season. What a race we've seen in Imola.
Yeah. I was just about to say 3 words.
Wow.
What a race. Incredible stuff here. Imola always delivers.
Premio dell'Emilia Romagna from
Stoff gets driver of the day as well. Fastest lap goes to Fori. So that'll be another point. I believe to Fori.
Stoff, obviously a great drive. He got unlucky.
Yeah. But still, able to recover a P10 out of it. And with the Dark Box being disqualified, it's P9.
Elo Wired gets the win.
So yeah, with the Dark Box,
Aston,
it's Wired Fori, J-Pot, Nights Out, Swister, Fearless, Takacat, Boneless, Stoff, and Andreas are top 10. Very, very good race.
Who's your driver of the day then?
It's got to be Wired.
There's a lot of options.
I know it's the obvious one, but showing up last minute in qualifying, slapping it P4 after 2 laps out there in them conditions. And then just keeping his nose clean throughout the races. And it worked out in the end.
Yep. So, the results of the weekend. Elo Wired gets 28 over Fori's 26.
Of course, we do have a different point system for the race, but it'll be...
This will be recounted.
Yeah.
Wired ahead... Actually, I'll have to change it. Elo Wired with the win. So Elo Wired ahead of Fori, ahead of Night Scout, the 1-2-3. Posse in 4th, ahead of Phyllis Angel in 5th. Swister in 6th, Takacat 7th, Stoff in 8th. The Dark Fox, who might get disqualified because of him not being in the lobby for a justified amount of time. Although his power went out, it has to be a disqualification because the driver has to finish the race if we are to give him points. Andrews in 10th, Meltz in 11th, White Walker in 12th, James, Sticks, and Sticks crashed during the race, whereas I'm Island, El Zulu, and Boneless crashed on lap 1. I'm Island just had to avoid a crash. El Zulu and Boneless were involved in a pincer movement, being 3 wide, where both of them got pushed out.
Just unfortunate. Yeah. We had someone who joined for the race, did the first 5 seconds, and then was involved in a crash, so very unlucky there.
Yeah, poor El Zulu. But I have to say it was a great race.
Scintillator. Honestly, I think sprint should become a more common thing in league races because that really spiced it up. We saw it equalise out from wet quali to race because it was a wet quali, dry sprint, that equalised it. And then we had the race with people on different tyres, the late race safety car. It was everything you want out of a league race. Literally a perfect storm. And that was brilliant racing from everyone.
It was very entertaining to watch.
Imola always delivers.
Move of the day has to go to J Potty around the outside at Toaster. You don't see many people do that one.
The shame I didn't get to see that, but
yeah.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
Brilliant move.